So I have Luis Arias fighting out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. George, he's a junior at Marquette University High School, 16 years old, 5'10". He's been boxing for 8 years. Antwan Jackson is 5'9", 160 pounds, a 16-year-old junior in Columbus, Ohio at Lyndon McKinley High School. Jackson is in the black trunks, white trim with the red gloves. Arias is in the blue trunks, white trim, blue gloves.
Jackson is a very impressive fighter. He's only been boxing for 3 years in organized boxing, and in that time he has taken the 2006 Junior National Golden Gloves silver medal, the 2005 Junior National Golden Gloves gold medal. He won the 2005 Ohio State Fair National Championships, and he also holds various regional titles.
Luis Arias has had an outstanding year as he was the silver medalist at the Junior National Golden Gloves this year, and last year he was the Junior National Golden Glove champion. So this is an evenly pitted match tonight here, George.
Very good fight, very two skilled fighters. We're going to see who wants it more in 3 or 4 short rounds.
This right hand just grazes the head of Antwan Jackson for Luis Arias as both fighters try to impose their will here tonight.
Jackson's a junior at Lyndon McKinley High School. Outside of boxing, he also plays football for the team. His favorite fighters, Floyd Mayweather and the legendary Muhammad Ali.
And Arias is known as a body puncher. We asked him before the fight tonight what his best punch was, and it was his punch to the body. So you're going to see Luis Arias attack the body of Antwan Jackson a lot here tonight. We're going to see if Jackson did his road work, that's for sure.
So far in this round, you have seen a lot of hard body shots. Both fighters are swinging for the fence early on here.
And Arias' body shots are already affecting Arias. Another one right hand to the body there as Jackson's mouth is already open and he's breathing heavily already, George.
Jackson better be careful on the way he's swinging right now, because that last punch that just missed knocked himself off balance. That could open yourself up for a couple shots and could put you on the canvas very quickly.
We'll be right back right after these messages.
Have you gotten lost in the shuffle of Social Security disability benefits? Your Social Security is too important to be left to chance. Frustrated by a system that's supposed to be there for you? Have you been denied benefits you think you deserve? Don't let the government tell you you have a frivolous claim. Cordick and Braun can help you get the benefits you deserve. If you've been denied, call Cordick and Braun. Cordick and Braun have over 35 years combined experience and have successfully represented the disabled in 36 states. It's time you called Gregory Cordick and Catherine Braun. 1-800-621-0899.
Great Lakes City Ford, 5 minutes east and west from downtown Cleveland. The Ford dealership knocking out all the competition. Have bad credit? No problem at Great Lakes City Ford. Going through divorce, bankruptcy, or just a first-time buyer? All no problems at Great Lakes City Ford. Every application is looked at and nobody walks. Great Lakes City Ford's #1 goal is customer satisfaction. Now is the time to buy a new and used car as huge rebates and incentives are being offered. Great Lakes City Ford, knocking out the competition.
Nathan Zagura from thefantasyconsultant.com with your Sports Time Ohio Fantasy News Update for Week 11. Trent Green is back under center for the first time since he suffered that big hit in Week 1, but he faces the Raiders' third-ranked pass defense, so don't rush back to put him in your fantasy lineups. Speaking of the Raiders, Aaron Brooks could be back under center. Although Art Shell won't reveal the decision till game time, Brooks has to be better than Walter. Finally, Sean Alexander is expected to play, although he still does have a cracked bone in his foot, so be sure to keep an eye on that this Sunday. For all the latest news, log on to thefantasyconsultant.com.
Saturday on Sports Time Ohio. At noon, Rivalry Week finale kicks off with 100 years of OSU and Michigan history Part 1. Then, continue the ultimate history lesson with Part 2 of the rivalry. At 2, catch our special Michigan preview on Buckeye Blitz. Finally at 3, don't miss Showdown at the Shoe. Join former Buckeye quarterback Jim Carsados plus Andy Baskin and crew for the best coverage anywhere. Saturday, only on Sports Time Ohio.
Use your jab more. We're not getting enough jab. I know you can do the rest of the stuff. You're right, this does stick in there. Whoa.
So after that first round, George, Luis Arias effectively used his body punching skills, and I think he was successful in breaking down Antwan Jackson a little bit in that opening round.
Luis Arias, from our angle, won that round fairly decisively. Jackson needs to settle down a little bit in this second round, get his feet underneath him. He's throwing some wild shots, especially with his hook shots, And if Arias reads those correctly, he could come in very quickly with an uppercut or even an effective jab and could change the tide of this fight very fast. We'll see how Jackson responds in this second round.
You know, it's working in the corner of Luis Arias is Ken Porter as well, one of the top amateur trainers, not only around this area, but across the nation as well.
Ken Porter, when we talked to him earlier this evening too, is hoping to have 6 to 8 fighters qualify for the 2008 United States Olympic trials.
And again, Arias working the body, ducking the punches from Jackson effectively as he's got Jackson up against the ropes, but nothing much landed in that exchange. Another nice left hook to the body there. Arias is landing that at will tonight, George.
Arias is controlling the tempo of this fight. He's controlling the pace of this fight. Arias is fighting his fight plan right now, and Jackson needs to find a way to get on his fight game, or this could be a very short night.
Right hand to the body, and referee Randy Jarvis is going to administer a standing 8 count to Antwan Jackson, and deservedly so. He was taking a lot of punishment in that exchange there, George. Just unanswered shots out of Luis Arias. If this continues, it's not going to go much longer.
Arias again working that body, some very hard shots. You can tell by Jackson's body language that those body shots are starting to have an effect on him.
There's no doubt about that. And again, he's backing up Antwan Jackson, and Arias is pretty much landing at will. The body shots, like we said earlier, and when we asked Arias what his strength was, it was his body punching, and he's just taking, looks like the will and the heart out of Antwan Jackson here tonight. Got him up against the corner, another right hand to the body, left hook to the body lands, short right uppercut lands as well. Just landing at will is Arias' punches, George.
Not only is he breaking Jackson down, but he is scoring major points with the judges.
Another standing 8 count is going to be administered by referee Randy Jarvis, as the main concern in amateur boxing and the main thing is keeping the fighters safe. And Randy Jarvis does the right thing. The body language for Antwan Jackson was not right as he administered that standing 8 count, and he rightly so called off the bout. So Luis Arias impressively stops Antwan Jackson in the second round. Good stoppage by referee Randy Jarvis.
Randy Jarvis is a ring veteran. He can see in a fighter's eyes up close if they're ready to continue or not. He didn't see that in Jackson. Stop the fight. Great call by the referee.
So Antwan Jackson is going to have to go back to the drawing board a little bit. He trains out of the Thompson Rec Center in Columbus. His trainer is Junie Johnson, and there's really it's hard to say that anything bad about Antwan Jackson, first of all. The kid he was fighting here tonight, Luis Arias, looked like he was on a mission. I mean, you're talking about one of the top 16, 17, even 18-year-olds in the entire country. Like I said earlier, he was the Junior Olympic National Champion this year as well. He went to the Cadet World Championships as well, George, this year in Istanbul, Turkey, and he was the silver medalist in the World Championship. So you're talking about the second best under 18-year-old at 154 pounds in the entire world.
In the second round, our winner in the blue corner, Luis Arias.
One of the things